My OG told me to slow down. I see an op and he get blow down. Take him down, then smoke this old pound. And they clapping poles round here, catching bodies old round here.
And they clapping poles round here, catching bodies old round here. You with the shit, get murdered. You talkin' slick, get murdered. Murder me as unheard of.
Killed your man, well damn, I'm sorry. I don't remember, I was off that molly.
No, LA, he go straight.
No, LA, he go straight.
Rondo, let's go do a hex. I'm about to empty half the clip, but you just lay low when I dip.
Headshots, knock his fucking face down. Smoking pounds, doing drills for my town.
LA Capone is a Chicago legend that tragically lost his life way too soon. In my opinion, if he was still alive, he would be the biggest Chicago rapper out right now, even bigger than Lil Durk. In this video, we're going to be telling his story, but before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. LA Capone, whose real name is Leonard Anderson, moved to Atlanta to live with his father in the early 2000s. His mother moved him out of Chicago because she wanted to prevent him from getting wrapped up in the violence going on there. He was excelling in school in Atlanta, but eventually he moved back to Chicago. Once back in Chicago, he began to get involved with the street life. He became a member of a gang called 600, which is a subset of the Black Disciples. They beef with the Gangster Disciples set, STL/EBT, and they beef with other sets such as Jaro City and 051 Young Money. He would frequently get into fights with rival Chicago gang members FBG Duck, Chiraq, and Tutu. LA Capone started rapping in 2011 and really started to build a buzz for himself in 2012. His songs Play for Keeps, Shooters, Round Here, and some more have all gathered tens of millions of views. Big name artists such as Cdai, Lupe Fiasco, and even Bruno Mars started to notice him. LA Capone fully began to embrace the savage lifestyle when his close friend Baldy and Little Steve were killed. Marcus London, aka Baldy, was a 19-year-old gang member of the 600 Black Disciples. On Sunday morning of July 17, 2011, while walking with a friend on the 6000 block of South Peoria Avenue, Baldy was shot in the head while his friend was shot in the ankle. Both individuals were taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where Baldy was soon declared dead. Stephen Little Steve McGee was also a member of 600. He was murdered by a hail of gunfire on Monday, September 19, 2011, while walking 3 blocks away from his home. According to police documents, while Little Steve was walking, a man on a bike approached and warned him that there were armed individuals waiting in an alley. Soon after, the man warned him, a 14-year-old whom was later identified by eyewitnesses popped out of the cut and fired multiple shots, including one to his head. Little Steve was soon taken to a nearby hospital where he was later pronounced dead. He was 15 years old at the time of his death. Though Baldy's killer was never apprehended, many have speculated that he was murdered by Omar Kiba, a rival gang member. Eventually in early 2012, Omar and LA Capone would allegedly run into each other. It is heavily rumored that once the two of them ran into each other, LA killed Omar in retaliation for the deaths of Little Steve and Baldy. This wouldn't be the only death that LA Capone would allegedly be involved in. On June 22, 2012, 051 Young Money member Antonio Fathead Davis went out walking with his 22-year-old cousin Erica to get a drink from the store. While on their way, a tan van creeped up on them. According to Erica, they didn't make anything of the van slowing down, but moments later, individuals from the van opened fire and Fathead was hit. As Erica ran away from the scene, she witnessed Fathead's final moments as the gunman stood over his body and shot him multiple times. LA would diss Fathead on Twitter and mock his death shortly afterwards. It's rumored that 600 member Cdai was the shooter of this incident, but LA was allegedly one of the people in the van. All of this death would catch up to LA as on September 29, 2012, he was shot. However, he was able to survive after having successful surgery. Unfortunately, this wouldn't be the last time that LA would be shot. On September 26, 2013, LA was leaving a recording studio and walking through an alley to his cab. While he was walking through an alley, someone crept up behind him and opened fire. LA was struck in the right thigh and lower back and was then rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, he suffered from too much blood loss and passed away in the hospital. In August of 2014, news came out that 3 individuals were charged with LA Capone's murder. Saki Hardy Johnson and Michael Mays, both members of 051 Young Money, were charged with first-degree murder. A third individual, Miko Buchanan, whom authorities claim was the driver of a tail car, was also charged in connection with LA Capone's murder. Authorities claim that all 3 confessed to the crime after being booked. It's tragic to see someone so talented lose their life at such a young age. He was only 17 years old, and he had the opportunity to change the lives of himself and everyone around him. He was truly going to be a superstar. Let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comment section. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.